So my name is Mo. I live in New York. I've been working with Shimmer, as I mentioned, for about 2.5 months, mostly for professional development reasons. So I work in sales for an advertising company. And when I met Shermith, I was looking for what the next step in my career was. And, I had this sort of New Year's resolution that felt very scary at the beginning of the year in terms of, a big financial goal. And man, you know, 2, 3 months into the year was like, what am I doing to get to this goal right now? And so Shimon kind of came sort of at the perfect time to be a little bit more thoughtful and guided towards that goal that I had. And yeah, it's been a good experience so far. You're more open to the opportunity of things happening, and so they do happen. One really good example of this is so my goal is financial. So I want to sort of make a certain amount of money by the end of the year. And so, I in the beginning of the year, I was kind of going back and forth of how do I do this? What, where are the, and really just kind of from a place of, more negativity and sort of worry than sort of positivity and anticipation. And that's a big part of the first couple of weeks that we spent together, right? Was realigning that.
Yeah.
And so the one of the opportunities that happened was there was a dinner that I went to. I honestly almost said no, kind of up until probably the day of, and I ended up going last minute. Something again sort of pulled me to it, and had a wonderful dinner with a group of people who worked in my industry. And I ran into someone who had known maybe a year or two ago, and he mentioned that he had an opening at his company for a role that he was looking for, and that if I'd be open to a conversation, let's talk about it. And that led to what I'm hoping and anticipating, an offer for that'll help me achieve the goal that I want.
Absolutely.
That's, it's just one example of steps along the way, but it's a powerful example for me. I think that the things that I've benefited most from the last couple of months is one, just clarity of focus on a single goal that I'm really motivated towards. So I think day to day, it's really easy, especially if you're busy, you've got a lot going on, you've got family, you've got, sort of a ton of things pulling at your energy to um, not be singularly focused in any one area. And I think working with this group has been, that clarity of focus has been important to me. The other thing that's been really impactful is it's hard when you're building a new habit to stick to things and to keep that energy and consistency. And so I think having someone like Shimrit, a coach, come in and actually, sort of redirect you when things sort of fall off or nudge you in sort of the right direction. That for me has been huge, right? Because again, you get busy, and even though something is so important to you and something you're so gravitationally sort of pulled towards, it's easy to let life, step in. Thing that I find really valuable from the group is it's people who are going through the process. It's not just, it's not a shimmerth, it's not just instructors, right? So you get to hear from others who are maybe having similar successes as you are, or similar challenges as you are, right? And that's really powerful, especially in the early stages of setting a goal and getting on track, because the reality is, one, you might have a goal that you think is really ambitious and over the top and feels like very, very ambitious. And then you talk to three other people who all have equally, if not more ambitious goals. And it just makes you feel better about the fact that what you're going for is achievable. And then the other side is when you run into challenges, you've got someone else who's, facing the same stuff, and they can share what's worked for them. You live your life, and the more you're in a career, or the more you're in, your same group of friends or what have you, you sort of self-limit a lot what you think is possible, what you don't think is possible. And so I think that process of not limiting and sort of tearing apart limits is something that I've really taken away. It's been enlightening for sure. The other is the impact that your energy has on any interaction that you have during the day. I think I was in my mind already ready to take the step. And again, it's a paradigm, right? It's sort of you start questioning, well, is this right? Have I done enough research? Am I ready at this time? As in, do I have enough time to commit to something? And all this stuff sort of, kind of stops you from doing what you think is right, what you know is right. And I got a piece of advice from a mentor a couple of years ago, which really resonated with me, which was, the question to yourself of, do you back yourself or not to achieve what you want in life? And if you do, then, well, then you have your answer, right? In terms of like steps that you need to take to be successful there. If I back myself to achieve this goal, and if I achieve it, well, personally, the commitment for me would have been well worth it. And so that's sort of how I looked at it is, fast forward 6 months, if I get what I want, well, heck yeah, right? Like that, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
And then it's like, then the question is, am I going to get it or am I not going to get it? And then then it's like, do you back yourself?